Good morning to the world. This is Happy Science Morning Prayer to be strong, brave, powerful, positive, and constructive from Japan. Let us begin. Lord El Kantare, Master Ryuho Okawa, thank you for giving us another day with new life for our spiritual growth and creating utopia on earth. With our sincere gratitude, let us recite the true words spoken by Buddha, prayer to the Lord, and prayer to guardian and guiding spirits. The true words spoken by Buddha, Ryuho Okawa. There used to be the light in the great universe. The light is the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy, and Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevails on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appeared the 7 colors of rainbow, arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These 7 colors help each other, and there appears Buddha Land. Buddha Land is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is the land of love or the land of mercy. This is the land of wisdom or the land of teaching. Especially, this is the land of souls. Rest in peace. Real souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. It means you are the boats sailing down the great river. The great river is the symbol of the course of lives. Each of you sails down as a small boat, so you need a boatman. If it were not for your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman really means your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock, and you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down a rapid stream, you need to punt in a stream. Then you can change your course. The true words means the teaching of Buddha. Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are another expression of Buddha's truth. It brightens up your days, or to put it another way, the fruits of Buddha's mercy. All of you, now, here, listen to me. Never lose your way, now and forever. The guiding hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go straightly on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have 3 aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your pasts have already gone by, yet still your mistakes will be kept in your minds. That is the reason why you should understand other people, and you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, Both are children of Buddha and brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let us bring up each other. And it's time to forgive each other. This is the eternal law, which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed, the light of the dark night. The dark night of this world is hell. It is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching rising sun. It will shed light to the future, to invite sad people to Buddha land. Now here I command, there shall not be conflict in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirit in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal world, utopia, shall be realized. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believe in one another. That world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas. Believe in that the light has reality. Believe in that love has reality. Believe in that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed. We, the light of bodhisattvas, get together, work together to keep right mind and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we vow to do so. Prayer to the Lord. Our Lord Alcantara, you are the source of all light, all power, all wisdom, and all love. May you give us light, give us power, give us wisdom, and give us love. O Lord, our Father, please protect this planet of love earth. Protect us from all evil and open a future for us. O Lord, thank you for giving us light. We give thanks from the bottom of our hearts. Prayer to guardian and guiding spirits. My guardian and guiding spirits, deep inside of me, you are the fountain of life, the light of hope, the source of wisdom, and a shield of courage. Every day, may you help me develop my soul and refine my mind. Every day, may you give me inspiration and show me the right path to follow. Please protect me from all evil and guide me in living a better life. For this I give my thanks. Now we will have some time to dedicate our deepest gratitude to the Lord. everyone. It's so nice to see you again today. Thank you for joining us. Yes, so today I would like to continue with the series on the laws of hope and also introduce you to some recent books that Master has published. Yes, and so let me begin with the laws of hope. So we've gone through a lot of the chapters little by little, and today what I would like to talk about is go back to kind of the context of the times we're living in now, and so part of that is as I introduced you the last time, the true heart of Yaedron. I mentioned about him telling us kind of about the future. So let me just start with kind of the conclusion. He talked about consumer economies, how we are going to need to change kind of the structure, the actual kind of foundation or how we think of the economy in the future so that we can get through this coronavirus crisis or these other crises that are happening. And he says that in addition to that, I read this last time I think, but let me just repeat it. In addition to that, economic growth shall not be one that's combined with scientific materialism, but combined with faith in God. By faith in God, the power of enlightenment gets created, and this power is the same power that will take you to the universe. You shall know that. And this aspect of the universe is going to become very key. If you're already a member of Happy Science or you've been following Master's teachings, even outside, I think you'll know that Master's been talking about space people very often, about the universe. And if you're new to Happy Science, please listen with an open mind. But I actually believe that many people have this innate intrinsic belief in themselves already. For example, there have been many movies on space people, on aliens, both evil and good. And there's actually truth behind that. And I think many countries around the world have actually experienced encounters with beings from outer space. There's been many historical documents, many proofs, archaeological proofs around the world that show that there are beings from outer space that have existed, that we have communicated with. Way back when, I remember a time when Graham Hancock and his book called The Fingerprints of the Gods was kind of popular. It was kind of getting known. And I've read that as well as a college student or before that. He's documented many ancient civilizations. And this, at the time, as someone who was studying Master's teachings, was very incredible for me because Master already talked about in the Laws of the Sun about these ancient civilizations that had existed and how we can learn from their history, the rises and falls of them. And I felt that the whole purpose of him publishing the Laws of the Sun was to say, we can always change the future. We can create the future ourselves. We can learn from the past. We can develop our own enlightenment from the past, his teachings about the essence of the lessons from history, and create a new future. And that's the whole reason that Master Okawa has been born to this earth. And so going back to the space beings, I think that Master is going to reveal much more and more. He's already kind of announced that he's going to reveal much more about these space people, probably more in depth, and we'll see many more truths being revealed. And Yaedron is one of those space beings who has been protecting Master for a long time. In other books, Master's written that He was the person who was the star above Jesus Christ's cabin when he was born. So I believe Yaedron was also protecting and watching over Jesus Christ's birth. He was also the light, the fire, the column of fire. I forget the exact word, but people from Jewish backgrounds will know and Christian backgrounds will know, who guided Moses in the Exodus. And so he has been a protector of earth. He's been a guardian of earth and the great figures that people around the world believe in. So I wanted to let you know that. And he comes from a very advanced planet. And so he is telling us that actually it is enlightenment that is kind of, that enlightenment and creation are going to be the key for Earth's civilization in this context of what we've seen in many movies, like in the Avengers movies, in the DC world, like the Superman, the Justice League, Superwoman, Batman. Those movies often, I actually feel that they're a kind of the legends that we read, that's been written, that has survived as books, or that have been passed down by word of mouth over the years, or like the myths of ancient myths of the gods or heroes. And for example, you can see a lot of correlations, a lot of similar themes and lessons and morals and teachings in them that we find in Greek myths or in other myths around the world. They're all very universal. So those movies, I think people are very, they've been very popular, and I think that that's because there's something in those movies, the messages and the worldview that speaks to our hearts and our souls, that there's truth in them. So it may sound kind of new for a religion to speak about things like that, but Master has been speaking about them. And so the true heart of Yaedron is very important. I just want to add, in this book, he reveals many things. I really recommend you to read this book this year because Master says in the afterword, as millions, tens of millions, and hundreds of millions of people are becoming dead bodies, I myself have this test of my mission as Savior, to guide humankind whose faith in God is gone. By reading this book carefully, you will get the essential guidelines for this year. It didn't matter who the Prime Minister is or what the mass media's policies were. This book was spoken from a viewpoint beyond such things. If people choose atheism and materialism and devote to fake science belief, there shall come an end to the democracy of this modern age. This sounds quite harsh, but I think people are realizing, even as we speak, what he might be talking about. I'm not going to go into the specifics today, but I really recommend you to read this book. A lot of the things that Yaedron predicts are already coming true. And in connection to this, I would also like to introduce Inside the Mind of President Biden. I need kind of some courage to speak about this, but especially to the half of the Americans who voted for Donald Trump, you will find many things in this book that will help you. So please read it. It's his guardian spirit speaking through Master. And whether you instantly believe that or not, if you read the contents, you will see the connections. You will see a lot of what he confesses in here already appearing in the way he's managing, in the way he's making decisions in the United States. And so I highly recommend you to read this book if if you really trust inside the mind of Biden, I especially recommend you to read this book. It will give you perspective. And I believe that, I think that one of the things I've wished we can talk about a little more is, Master is really trying to bring the world together. He's not, and if you read all of his teachings, he respects the good aspects and the kind of the hearts of the people of all countries. And he loves Jesus Christ. He loves Muhammad. And actually, he himself is Allah, Elohim, El-Kantare, creator, the father of Jesus Christ. And that's the reason he's publishing all of these things. And so please, if you really love your country, you really love its good aspects, you also see the negative aspects, but you still see the good aspects and you want to help humankind, help bring the world together. If you really want to, if you really have this feeling in your heart that Biden says of bringing unity, then please read this book, because there are many things that that will open your eyes to the truth. And he's not saying Master's not saying some person is completely evil, or this is not trying to say that. It's saying, please look into everyone's real mind, see through to the truth of their true intentions, and try to see the world from a love for God and a love for others, and make your decisions based on them. And so, that's one thing I wanted to say. This may sound kind of controversial, but I'm just going to read a few lines from the book description. What are the real thoughts inside the mind of President Biden? What scheme does he know about the coronavirus crisis and the Obama administration's close ties with Beijing? How are the extreme severity of the coronavirus spread in America, Beijing's genocide in Uyghur, Hong Kong's suppression, and space beings closely related to each other? This is what this book is going to help you understand. And so, that's the other thing I wanted to say in light of this, what the themes of these movies, like the Avengers series and like the Superman and Justice League series, what they have been trying to tell us through their stories, through their origin stories, through these battles, space wars, and how they have affected the people of humankind. So please don't think of them just as myth. And I hope to go into that further in future mini speeches or mini lectures. And so that's that. And of course, as Yadrun said, the most important thing is faith, whether it's the coronavirus. This is all these are all things that are leading us to realize not to choose materialism and atheism, and to choose faith. And to realize that the materialism and atheism is really creeps up on us in our surroundings, in the economy, in the government, in the way we live our lives, and the things we hear from the news, the things we are educated on. So he's saying, please have faith in God, please have faith in his teachings, and I'm giving them to you. You'll find the answers. And please make efforts to follow them, to think deeply about them on your own, because it's like when we vote in the election, each of us counts. Okay, so that's the other thing I wanted to say. Next, so Yadron, one of the things that he predicts and then of course Master has predicted way, way back, is that a Great Depression might come. And I think everyone realizes this. If you look at the economy, the effects of the coronavirus crisis, how the governments are handling them, businesses are going to struggle, unemployment is going to increase. Yes, the future looks bleak, and so, but Master is saying, please have hope. Hope is incredibly important. And what is hope? Hope is something we have within our minds. Hope comes from faith. Hope is something we feel from the depths of our soul when we believe in God, because we know that God is good and He will never forsake us. And so, please, if you are feeling depressed, Master gives us teachings for that. And today, that's where I wanted to introduce a little bit about the laws of hope. Continue on, because in this book, if you read it deeply, you will see that he really gives us teachings that are perfect for now. In light of the economy, in light of the need for more people to live with hope, but also become hope for others, with a love for God, with a belief in our own divine nature, but with love for others. And so, yeah, that's why I really want to continue little by little on this book. And so what I will talk about today is chapter 1. Try to praise yourself more. And basically, I like, if I read the passages, it's going to get long, so I just want to kind of summarize as best as I can. This chapter is for people who are really feeling down. And I think everyone feels down at some point in their lives, or everyone is really trying to fight against that right now. So Master's teachings in this can really, really help. And the one thing is, for example, he mentions the fourfold path is Master's basic teachings, right? So the principle of self-reflection is one of them. And he says, when you're feeling depressed, depending on the type of person that you are, and I was saved by this chapter many times, many times. And if you practice self-reflection and you're feeling down, some people can get even more depressed. And depression is horrible. You can get influenced by very negative spiritual influences. But please don't think about that too much if you're depressed. He's saying, please look at your current situation from an objective perspective. Change your perspective. Change the view of yourself. Change the view of your situation, because no matter what kind of circumstances you're in, that change of mindset, that change of a view can help you change your mindset from a negative feeling down to having hope and looking at the bright future. So one way of doing that is there are many points in here in this chapter, but for example, one thing I want to mention today is living in competition. I'm sorry, I have a lot of notes, but living in competition against yourself, not others, which is section 4. And the main theme is your ability may be limited, but your potential for growth is infinite. And he explains this in a really great way. He says that we all have different degrees of growth. So some people can achieve growth and success they can shoot up at a 90-degree angle, but there are others have less steeper degrees. But in the end, he's saying that doesn't determine whether you will succeed or not. I know everyone knows about the tortoise and the hare. He mentions that in here as well. You can be the tortoise and you can achieve great achievements. And he even he mentions about the Nobel Prize, Hideki Yukawa, who won the Nobel Prize for his physics. And Master says that no matter what degree of growth you have, no matter how quickly or how slow your progress is, you can still achieve success through just constant effort, continual effort, a burning desire, and kind of like that obsessive. He says he doesn't want to use the word obsessive because it doesn't sound so religious, but that's what Hideki Yukawa uses. The constant burning desire to work on what you want to achieve for a long period of time. And I think that actually, maybe there are some people who can keep going in other ways, but I found that actually it's your desire to help others that actually keep you going. It's really impossible to continue for decades and decades and decades only thinking about yourself. That's what I learned. And so, yeah, that's why for people like that, I really recommend Chapter 5 again, Fulfill Your Mission of Light. But yeah, so I wanted to introduce looking at your circumstances. So for example, he's saying it's not your background, it's not your academic background, it's not where you're born, it's not your race, it's not all of these other things of this world that determine who you are or your success or how much you can help others. It's really about continuing every day with the right mindset. And so I just wanted to introduce that today. And yeah, I want to, next time I'll mention this next time, but please, join me again next time. I'd like to continue on with this theme and really help people become the hope for others. And next time you'll understand what I'm trying to say by saying that. So thank you for joining us today. This concludes Happy Science Morning Prayer. Be strong, positive, powerful, and constructive. Have a nice day.